Oh boy, I forgot to... Okay, aloha. I don't think we've used that one so far. Welcome back to the Reading is Phenomenal RIP AP Lit podcast. I am No Maggie. Maggie No. That's N-O-E, not K-N-O-W or N-O-N-O-E. And we are talking about Aldous Huxley's Brave New World. And we're on chapter 6 right now. And in this chapter, we really begin to see how conditioned people are into believing that they are not an individual. Like, they really truly believe that they are not an individual, but working for the greater social body. And we see this through a flashback upon Lenina's and Bernard's first date. And Bernard just wanted to be alone with Lenina to just talk, take a nice walk over the water, and Lenina just did not understand the idea of talking and walking, and she sees no fun in anything private. Things that are done in private, like, she was like, what do you even talk about? Which is right here, like, I just like talking to people. It's an interesting thing to do. But, like, the normal person in this society does not find value in just speaking to people. They find value in sports and going to wrestling matches and going just anywhere, a bar, and drinking soma. And so even though Bernard tries to get them to go for a walk, she forces them to go to a crowded wrestling match where they get into a fight actually over drinking soma, which Bernard does not like to do, saying he'd rather be himself and angry than someone else and happy. And then we see every time Bernard says no to Lenina trying to be like, please just take a drink, loosen up, she always says these little catchy sayings that have just, Bernard knows that they've been embedded in her head through the hypnopedia. And it just shows how that just is also coming to life. And I was like, once you hit 9, you'll be fine. Stuff like that about the soma. And it also shows you that the government is forcing these people to drink this drug so that they will become unaware of what is going on around them. And so after a wrestling match where Bernard was again uncomfortable around the crowd, when they were leaving, we saw Bernard. We see Bernard whisk them away in their helicopter and bring them over a rushing water channel. And it's dark, and the water is just a nice sound, and Bernard really enjoys the silence of the night mixed with the rushing of the water. He says this is where he can really be himself, away from the social entity that he's constantly consumed by. Lenina says it's lovely and horrible. She can't even stand looking at it. And even though we're told that the lower castes are programmed to hate nature, we kind of see Lenina here also hating nature. And because she's oh, it's beautiful, but I don't want to be by it at all. And she wants more than anything to put on the radio, more than anything to not be in silence. And Bernard says it allows him to be really free, and the silence allows them to be together. And he just spills his guts out about how he wishes he wasn't a slave to his conditioning. And Lenina is so against everything Bernard is saying. She's like, what are you saying? Why are you saying this? This is preposterous. You have to want to contribute to the bigger picture. And so we really see the difference here between a normal human like Lenina and Bernard. Someone who just couldn't be conditioned. But somebody called it, you can't teach a whale to walk, or something like that in earlier in the book. And we see the pain and agony that is brought to him because he cannot fit in. And no matter how hard he tries, nothing can help him, even with a large dose of soma, which he takes later in the night. And the back of his mind is still just worried and out of place. And I feel like we can definitely see that as a metaphor for real life. Some people, you just can't fit in. And maybe if you're just not good at school, you can't find your crowd. And I feel like that's what Bernard is going through here. So thanks for listening. It's been a great time, a dandy time. Dad's on the grill cooking steak. All right. Thank you.